Good evening, good evening, good evening. I want to welcome you to another episode of D.A.M.O.N Looks. I am Commissioner Angela Thomas Smith. For those that do not know who I am the founder of AALAC, which is the African American Author Literacy Awareness Campaign. I'm also the CEO of Aspiring Authors Magazine. I wear three hats over on the D.A.M.O.N Network. I have a show, which is Walk in Purpose with Angela, which airs every 4 weeks on Wednesday. I was on the 16th, I think, last Wednesday. I was on last Wednesday. Yeah. Can't forget that because we hit over 3.1 million listeners. So I cannot forget that. I'm also the commissioner of D.A.M.O.N Speaks, which gives you an opportunity to get up close and personal with the host here on D.A.M.O.N Network. For those that are not familiar with D.A.M.O.N Network, it is the Diamond and Motivated Online Network. We are a part of O&E Dynasty over on Blog Talk Radio. So I want to welcome you guys again tonight for another episode. If you would please share this in your circle of influence, start a watch party. I promise you, you will be blessed. I'm going to bring my guest up and I'm going to allow her to share just a little bit about herself. And then we're going to dive into the conversation.
Good
Welcome, welcome,
evening.
welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm glad to be
How
here.
are you?
I'm great. And yourself?
I am wonderful. I am wonderful.
Great.
So, what gets you here on my
Well,
platform? You are an author.
yes,
So,
yes. It's wonderful. A blessed opportunity. Again, my name is Nicole Folson. I live in Water Valley, Mississippi. I'm a wife. I'm a mother. I'm an educator. I'm a city alderman, and now a best-selling international author. I was blessed to have this opportunity through a friend of mine, Takia Chase Smith. I actually met her through another business opportunity and had the opportunity to be a co-author in the book Pendulum of a Mother's Love.
wow, wow. You are a woman of many hats.
Yes,
But I thank you. I thank you for stepping out on faith and sharing your story and becoming an author. Um,
yes. And that's exactly what it was, a step of faith.
yes, yes, and oftentimes we don't step out on faith and we miss out on our blessing. But I
Right.
want to thank you for stepping out on faith and being a part of this project. I want to hear some more about this project. I had the opportunity of interviewing Takia, an amazing woman of God, an amazing
Yes,
woman.
yes.
So I
Well,
want to hear about this project from your perspective and
all
from
right.
your outlook.
All
I know
right.
you had a chapter in this book.
I did. Abiding Love is my chapter. It's an anthology of women. Each one of us had a chapter in the book. Mine, like I said, is Abiding Love. And I wrote about my mother. And so I wrote about my mother passed away suddenly in 2014. And let me back up just a little bit. When I had the opportunity and was asked to be a co-author in the be a part of the project, um, I definitely said yes, yes, yes. I prayed about it. I was a little bit nervous about it. Growing up, I've always, as I was younger, I always journaled. And, even up to now, I still continue to journal at times. And I never thought about really becoming an author. But when this opportunity presented itself, I said, oh, yes, I can do this. I prayed about it, prayed about what I was going to write about, and I sat down and I did it. I didn't actually start writing. I sat down at the computer and I just started typing. Was it easy for me? Yes and no. It was easy because I was writing about my mom. And because that was my mom, it was easy for me to write about her. Um, but it was hard in the fact that still dealing with the grief of her loss, that was the hard part in doing it.
I definitely can relate. I lost my mom 12 days after my 16th birthday.
Oh, wow.
And it was like out of a sudden she got sick, and it's just like her health declined rapidly.
Oh, no.
And she suffered from lupus, and
Okay.
I just remember being there with her the day that she passed. So I definitely can relate. I don't know your pain because everybody
Right.
story is different.
Right. Everybody deals with grief differently.
Exactly. But I can relate. I
Yes,
can't say
definitely.
that. I can relate.
Definitely.
So I
You know
thank
what?
you. And I know it's not easy. I think the first time I wrote about my mom as well. The first anthology I did, it was
Okay.
called From Fear to Freedom, and I
Okay.
shared my journey with losing my mom,
Mhm.
because it was a journey. And
It
then I
certainly.
didn't understand, but now I understand. I
Right.
didn't then, and
Right.
it's still today. I still have my days, but I thank
Exactly.
you. I thank you for sharing.
Yes.
I know it wasn't easy. I would love for you to share a little bit about the book, a little insert or something of the book, because it's coming up on the holiday season, and a lot of people that have lost loved ones, they're going to be feeling some type of ways during this season, and um, hopefully your book will be able to touch them. So I want you to
Okay.
share something with those that are tuned in and those that will hear this replay.
Okay. I'm just going to read just the first paragraph of what I wrote. Abiding love. A strong and healthy mother daughter bond is a gift from God. Ephesians 6 1 through 3, King James Version says, Children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Honor thy father and mother, which is the first commandment with promise, that it may be well with thee, and thou mayest live long on the earth. Your mother daughter relationship may have its ups and downs, but so does any other relationship that you may have. Your relationship may be close, your relationship may be a little rocky, you may talk daily, weekly, or maybe not as frequent, but regardless, you are always connected.
Amen. And that is so true. So
Yes,
true.
yes.
So true.
Well, in my chapter, I talked about the impact that my mother's death had on me. And just like you said, you were almost 16. I was blessed in the fact, and I guess that's something that kind of carries me through a little bit, makes it a little bit easier, I guess. I guess it's not really, grief is never easy. But the thing I hold on to is that I had her for so many years. I can't even imagine losing her. Like, you lost your mother so young, because I was blessed to have her through the journey to womanhood. We as young girls, and then mature into young women, and then older women, we go through so much.
Hmm.
And I was blessed to have her through those challenges in life, through those milestones, the high school graduation, the college graduation, through the marriage, through the kids. And that's what I just hold on to. I constantly think about the positive memories that we had, the vacations that we went on, the bond that we had, and those times that we had through the years. Just consider it a blessing to have had her for so long.
Amen.
So,
And that's what I do. Even
mhm,
though I didn't have her alone,
right.
I can think back to some
Mhm,
of the conversations that me and my mom had, and I often tell people I used to wonder then why my mom was talking to me like that, why she was having
mhm,
these conversations with me, not knowing that
mhm.
my mom was preparing me for when she wasn't
Exactly.
going to be here. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But I didn't understand that. But now I
Exactly.
understand. A lot of the things. A lot of people tell me that I act older than what I am.
Mhm.
They say I have an old spirit.
Yes.
They say but it's my mom. She just instilled a lot of things in me.
So
You
much in
know,
you.
like at 9 and 10, I always used to remember her telling me. She said the same people you see on your way up. She said them the same people
Same
you'll see
people
on
you'll
your
see
way
on your way
down.
down.
Didn't
That's
know what
so
that meant
true.
then. But now I know what
But you
that
know
means.
now.
You know what I'm saying? I know what it means now. I didn't know
Right.
what it meant then, but I know
Right.
what it means now. So I
Right.
tell you, yes, 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 yes. I thank you so much for coming on
And
and
I thank you
sharing.
for
I mean,
having
because
me.
this is like, I mean, so many people deal with grief, and
Mhm.
so many people deal with loss during this season right here. You
Yes.
know, and some people
It's
may feel
hard.
like they may not have nobody to talk to. So I thank you for
Right.
coming on and being transparent and sharing
And I thank
today.
you. And that's actually that something that I learned through the book is that I'm stronger than I really thought I was. I would deal with my grief in talking to the people that were close to me, like my husband or like close family. But other than that, I didn't really talk about it. People knew that my mom had passed, but I didn't really talk about it. But now this is a platform after my chapter in the book to discuss it, and it's been a release for me,
Mm-hmm.
and it's been a healing for me, and it's to kind of cleanse me a little bit, and it's like you never get over grief. It's a process. You just learn how to cope with it day to day. But this has really blessed me in the fact that I'm actually talking about it and talking about it to so many people and having conversations about it one on one. And it's really been a blessing for me because it's really helped.
Amen. Amen. He's giving you power.
Yes,
He's
yes,
giving you the power to share.
yeah.
And I want you I want you to share with me. You know, I've been asking everybody because God been dealing with me with words. I
Hmm.
don't know if you follow my platform or not, but
Yes,
he's been dealing with me words, and he's been dropping words in my spirit. Power is one of those words.
yes.
And I've been asking my guests as they come on to share with me their perspective of that word.
Power, power, power. Well, through God, we can do anything. I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me. And everything we need is already in us. But in order for that power, that strength to shine, or for people to see that in you, you have to be able to tap into it.
Mm-hmm.
Because God already gave it to us, and we can either ignore it and not tap into it. But when we do tap into it, nothing can stop us because God is guiding us every step of the way. We keep our relationship and keep in contact with Him, stay in prayer, and everything being guided by Him. Nothing can stop you. Nothing. People will try and say things about you, try and knock you down, try and discourage you and everything. But with God, you don't need anybody else because he's going to give you that power, that strength, that motivation to continue and do whatever it is he has for you. Sometimes we think that there are things that we can't, oh, I don't know about this, I don't know about that. But with him, we can do anything. We just have to believe it, we have to know it and have that faith that we can. And we can.
Amen. Amen.
And
Because
step
he
out on faith and actually do it.
believe. Because
Yeah.
he tells us that over in Luke 1:37. Anyway, he
Mhm.
said faith, it doesn't make it easy, it just makes it possible. So it lets you
Exactly.
know right then. He throwing you hints right there that things are gonna come. You know, there's gonna be
Exactly.
bumps in the road. Things.
Yes.
I never said it was gonna be easy. I never
Mhm.
said it was gonna be peaches and cream. But I
Mhm.
told you it would be possible.
Exactly.
It will be possible. You
Yep.
know, and then he tells us over in Jeremiah 1:5, he know every hair on our head. He gave him a name.
Everything.
And then not only
Everything.
that, he set you apart. He said, I set you apart. Because he go on down in 1:5, on down there. He tell you, he said, I set you apart
That's it.
in your mama's womb.
That's it.
And then he goes over in Jeremiah 29:11. He said, I got a plan for you to prosper
That's
you,
it.
for you to be in good health, for you to have hope in the
That's
future.
it. That's it.
So he reminds you so many times
Yes. It's already been laid out for us.
if you
All we
just
have to do is
trust
step
him
into it
and trust him.
and
But you
trust
know
it.
what? He's not gonna force you. You got to be
Exactly.
willing. You got to be willing to allow him to come in
Yeah.
and to do those things. So
Right.
I thank you for being a willing vessel. I want to share with you um, how he revealed that word to me. He broke
Okay.
down each letter. The P stands
Okay.
for position. The O stands for overcoming. The W stands for being a willing vessel. The E stands for empowering, and the R stands
Hmm.
for resilience. So
Hmm.
you got to be positioned. I mean, you got to put
That's
yourself in
it.
position. That means you got to study and show thyself approved.
Approved.
First of all,
That's
that's how
it.
you position yourself. That's how you
Right.
position yourself to hear directly from God Himself.
That's
That's
it.
how you know when your relationship is connected and you're connected to the source.
Exactly.
So that's the first thing you got to do. Position yourself.
Tap into the power.
Tap into the power, and then you got to stop giving up every time something come at you. You know,
Exactly.
my mom used to tell me. She say, if you give up every time something come at you, how you gonna know if you can see the end? She say,
Exactly.
stop giving up so easy.
Right. You stop before you get started.
You gotta overcome something so you can help somebody else overcome something. Because
Exactly.
if you don't overcome nothing, then you don't have a testimony to share with nobody else.
Exactly. Exactly. And somebody else is watching us along the way.
Exactly. So stop giving up so easy. Be
Exactly.
an overcomer. And then you got to be willing. You got to be a
Mhm.
willing vessel. You
Yeah.
can't just get all this knowledge and get all this information and get all this empowerment and
And
sit on
not
it.
share it.
You can't sit on it. You got
Right.
to be a willing vessel. Like you come on here, you sharing your story. Not only that, you took the first step by being in the collaboration project
Hmm.
and sharing your story. And then you came on here to share about your book and to share your story again.
Exactly.
So you're stepping out in faith. And then you're putting in the work. So you got to put in the work. You got to put in the work too. You can't just think that just because you believe it, that it's gonna happen. No, you got to
Exactly.
put in the work. You got to
Exactly.
put in the work. So you're doing exactly that. And then you showed your resilience because you didn't allow anything, no matter what came, no matter what tried to come at you, you did not. You said, okay, I'm not gonna let this stop me because I got plenty of memories of my mom.
Exactly.
I can look at pictures and remember. And it's times when my dad just passed a year ago. Well,
Okay.
it'll be 2 years in May. He passed. It was a year Mother's Day weekend
Okay.
this year.
Sorry to hear that.
So sometimes I smell a certain smell. It
Hmm.
reminds me of my dad. You know,
Hmm.
and sometimes I'll be sitting here doing a podcast or in between my whatever, and something may happen, and
And it
I'll,
triggers a
I'll
memory.
yeah, and I'll just be like, and then I have a picture of my dad up on my wall, and I'll just look up at the wall, and I'll just say something. I say, I know you, I know, Dad, I know, just
Right.
because we have to understand they're there, they're still there.
All the time.
Their
Yeah.
spirit is never gonna leave us.
Hmm.
Their spirit is never gonna
Inside of
leave us.
us. It's inside
Exactly,
of us. Yeah.
exactly,
And we
exactly.
have more in common as well. Like I said, my mom passed in August of 2014, and my dad passed the next year in 2015.
Wow.
So, I relate with you on that as well.
See? You never know.
Not
That's why I
easy.
say you never know what the next person is going through, what the
Exactly.
next person has been through, and what
Hmm.
the next person is gonna go through. So that's
Exactly.
why I tell people all the time, you have to be mindful and we have to be prayerful and we have to put ourselves in other
Right.
people's place. You
Right.
know, what if that was you? How would you want to be treated? You know,
Hmm.
that's how I try to treat people.
Right.
You know, regardless, I can be having the worst day. I got to remember if the shoe is on the other foot and that's them having that bad day and I tick them off and they go off on me, then what?
Right.
So you got to remember, you have to
Mhm.
remember to put yourself in that other person's place.
That's it. It doesn't take anything to be kind. It doesn't take anything to smile, to speak.
It does not.
It
It
doesn't
does
take
not.
anything.
I tell you, I have truly enjoyed chatting with you tonight. I
I have
want you
enjoyed
to
talking to you as
share
well.
I want you to share with those that are following how they can get in contact with you, how they can reach you on your social media platforms, your website, and how they can get your book.
Okay. Anyone watching can get my book by going to my author page on Facebook, which is Nicole Marie Folson.
Is that it?
Author, that's it, on Facebook. And you can also go to, um, I'm losing my train of thought here. Author Nicole at mystrikingly.com.
Okay. I went over to your Facebook page. I had some time before, so I went
Okay,
and snuck some stuff. I got your email address too.
great.
So
And
yeah.
on by Facebook, I can also be messaged as well.
And are you on Instagram or any other social media sites?
No,
Okay, so you're only on Facebook. And they always can go to your website. And your book can be purchased on Amazon as well for those that may not be able to visit your website.
that is correct.
Okay.
But my
But we
website,
always want
that
you
will
to
be
go to
purchased
the
directly from me.
yeah, we want you to always go to the website because you support the author
Yeah.
directly. So we want you to support them directly. So please, if you can, visit the website. But for those that want to know, it is available on Amazon. But we prefer you to use the website, and the website is posted.
Yes.
So before we leave, I always ask my guests if they would share something inspirational um, with those that are following, those that are listening, and those that will catch this on the replay. Because
Okay.
I like for them to be encouraged.
I
Those
certainly
that follow
will.
my platform, we like to be educated, empowered, encouraged to walk in our purpose because we know that we have purpose, and we want to be that network of support for each other and to
Okay.
let each other know that we have each other's back.
All
Um,
right. Well, first of all, I'd like to just touch on the book again. The book is about mother daughter relationships. And for me, I had a very positive relationship with my mother. Like I said, I was able to share a number of years with her before she passed on. She's still with me, and I feel like she's, cheering me on, and I'm moving through faith with her. I know that everybody does not have a positive relationship with their mother or with their daughter. And I would just say for anyone that is struggling in a relationship, if whether you're the mother, whether you're the daughter, please try to rebuild or rekindle that relationship. Look at how you need to respond to that person. It may not be you, it may be the other person, but take that step, move forward, and try to rekindle the relationship, rebuild the relationship, restore the relationship, because there's no relationship like a mother daughter relationship. Yes, a mother son relationship is special as well, but I can't talk about that because I'm the daughter and I have daughters and I have a son. So I know that relationship. But I would just say for anybody that is struggling in the relationship, anybody that is estranged in a relationship with your mother or your daughter, please reach out to them. Please, because once they're gone, they're gone. They are gone. And it's crucial. I know that there are certain circumstances that may have hindered that relationship, but if you struggle with it, if you're estranged from that other person, please reach out to them. Please reach out to them, especially now during the holiday times. You never know. There may be miscommunication. There may have been circumstances at an earlier time, but now is the time. Right now. Right now is the time to restore the relationship, to rekindle the relationship, and make it the best relationship that you can make it. Because once that other person is gone, it's too late.
Amen. Amen. I want to thank you for coming on and being transparent and sharing. I have truly been blessed, and I know those that have tuned in will be blessed. I just want to let you know if there's anything that I can do to assist you on your journey as an author, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm a part of AALAC and Aspiring Authors Magazine. So
Thank
I
you so
thank you.
much. And thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am. You have a great rest of your evening
You do the
and be blessed.
same.
Thank
Be
you.
blessed as well. Bye bye.
I want to thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of D.A.M.O.N Look. I am Angela, the host of Walk in Purpose with Angela. It's always an honor and a privilege to be able to bring my guests on to be able to share their journeys to walking in their purpose. I tell you, it was truly an honor. If you would please go over and support Miss Nicole. She has an amazing chapter in a collaboration. Not only would you be supporting her, but you'll be supporting the other authors, the other co-authors of that amazing project. You hear their testimonies, you hear their stories. A mother's love, and there's nothing like a mother's love. You guys be blessed.